Hello, this is Jean Stafford, and I'm going to present my leadership portfolio to Dr. Nicole McCoy. Introduction. This presentation is the result of all my assessments during this class. These assessments gave me a better understanding of how I should practice leadership and be an effective leader or member. The SWOT analysis is also part of this presentation that will help me understand my potential in the future. Self-assessment week 1. Here are the things or stuff I will do to improve my leadership skills. The first one is I will volunteer in the group activity as a leader. It doesn't need to be a leader. I can be a member, like delegating tasks. One example I will use for this is the group film presentation. We didn't really have a leader. It's sort of like we all leader in our own presentation. But the thing is, like, doing the PowerPoint is I end up doing all the editing in there. And also the kind of frustrating is like because of our schedules are all over the place, like some of them are working, some of them are busy, so it's hard for me to get hold of everyone to respond to my questions about how to give me some feedback or opinions about the slides that I'm doing. Interacting more in class participation is like I'm really lacking in this because I tend to get cold feet when I'm in the class, and if it's about participation, I get shy. So here are the things that I need to do to improve. And the last one is accepting seminars invitations. I tend to get invitations to attend seminars, especially my mother-in-law knows a lot of people here in Key West, so they're kind of like inviting me to attend different kind of seminars, and one of them invited me to speak as a guest speaker because of my background in environmental science, but I declined that invitation because I was so scared. I don't know what to say, and I'm not really ready to speak in front of different people. Self-assessment week 2. What I learned from this assessment is first is being good is not essentially better. Just being good in the situation is not really good if I'm not learning from it or I'm not really applying what should I be putting in that situation. So by just being good is not really going to help me in the future to improve my leadership skills. And the second one is how I can react in every situation that will throw at me. The one example I will use for that is the film presentation. We never really expected that one of our group mates will texted us and tell us that he won't be able to come to present. So that situation is we never expected that, but we managed to present our presentation even that he didn't show up because we have some idea and knowledge how to present his presentation, and that the lesson that teaches us is we need to always prepare for what can go wrong and always have a backup plan for the future. Self-assessment week 3. Here, I can familiarize the routine in my workplace easily. I tend to follow the instructions as my supervisor to what routine usually she do once she get to work, and I take down notes all of those, and the following week I can do what she's expecting me to do. Second one is asking for feedback and instructions about tasks that I am not familiar with. It's also same thing in my previous workplace. Like I will ask my supervisor if she can give me some feedbacks or things that I need to work in. And usually she will give me some tasks, and those tasks is like not like I'm not familiar with, so I will ask her how I should do it in the proper way or in the way that she thinks that I should do it. The other one is I give gifts to my supervisor, but I am not expecting her to give me something in return. This is usually, I will do it every December. I will make her some crochet handbags and stuffed animals, and I will give it to her as a Christmas gift. Self-assessment week 4. Here are the things that I need to improve. Respect the hard work of each member. Sometimes I can get carried away and forget that team member exerting effort to do their work, but sometimes, like, especially if I'm really frustrated, I tend to like lash out on them and like not saying thank you and forget to say that, and those are the things that I need to work on. Also, I need to understand that not everyone is quick to grasp the idea. I think I've just set on that idea that everybody should be the same, but that's not the reality in there. Some people can be like quick in grasping the idea. Example is like doing the presentation. Some of them can be like know what are the process, how to do this, the PowerPoint, but I tend to get like expect that everybody are the same, and I need to focus on the task before jumping into another one. Like I tend to do that all the time. And one thing I will put in this one is I love doing crochet. That the only downside of this one is like already have a project that I'm working on, and I will look at in the YouTube again, and I will see another thing, and I will start a new one again. So I will end up having 2 or 3 projects there in the area in my working place, and it's a mess because now I'm frustrated before I can finish the one. There's already one that's waiting for me. So this is the things that I need to work in with. SWOT analysis. Here are the lists that are my strength. I like listening to others' opinions and ideas. I really love listening other people's ideas and adapting them in some project, like in group presentation. I love hearing my group mates' opinions, and we share them, and that's my strength. Another one is I'm always up to challenges. I love challenges. Like I love to take another things, like um if it's hard, I like to do it. I want to like expand myself. Sometimes I will end up not having succeeded at the end, but at least I tried it. I am not afraid to explore new things or knowledge. This one is like after getting a bachelor back home, one friend of mine here told me to try CNA, and without a second thought, I enrolled for that and took a CNA and took the test, and I'm lucky enough to pass that. So exploring those new things really my strength. Here are my weaknesses. I am not good at expressing my opinions and ideas. I am afraid of feedbacks and what ifs. I am not good of accepting if my ideas are not good enough, so I tend to keep them on myself rather than expressing it. I get bored easily and not good at waiting around, so those are the things that I need to work on, but I'm not really good at those. I want like now, right now, I don't like waiting around. Opportunities. I have a background knowledge in environmental science and medical field, so I would say I can work in those areas, especially here in Key West. There's a environmental place in here that I can apply with to work on, and then also in the medical field because I have my CNA license and hoping that I can get some other job from there. And the threat is lack of new training. So because I stopped doing CNA back like 2 years ago, so I'm worried that I won't get hired easily because they might require for new training or new knowledge. I conclude by following all those possible options. I would be better in my leadership approach, and it will help me gain more confidence in myself. This assessment is a big help for me to see where I am lacking and needs improvements. Seeing a bigger picture of each situation helps brings great teamwork and leadership. And I also want to extend my thank you to Dr. McCoy for teaching a leadership class and helping understand what leadership means. Thank you and have a wonderful day.